Hi dolls, my name is Faiz Lawrence, aka Chalk Barbie, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for tuning in. On this channel, we share all things women, all things positive, all things motivational, and all things glamorous, as well as DIY. I will take you through all the things that I make with my hands, because I am quite crafty with my hands, so I'll share ideas with you. And so if this sounds like this is right up your alley and you like positive vibes, please consider subscribing. Thank you again for tuning in. In today's video, I will share tips of how I keep my peace 24/7 and don't let any negativity in, because I just shut the door on it. Number one, on social media. On social media, try to not spend too much time on social media unless you are benefiting something out of it. If you're benefiting, if you're advertising your business on it, great. If it is, if your influence to others is the one of positive one, you've got a lot of followers that follow enough, have some kind of signature about you. Also, you know, if you're a comedian, I mean, I see a lot of comedians page, all they post about is their material. Follow people that influence you in a positive way, that motivate you. Stay away from those who suck the life out of you, politicians who upset you on a daily basis about showing off their lives. If you know that that is not your kind of vibe, take your way out of there. Get yourself out of that and close that door, because I mean, it's not serving you. Serve what serves you. You know, if social media is there for your entertainment, by all means, be entertained. You know, follow people that actually keep you upbeat and not kill your peace and not suck the life out of you. Don't be afraid to unfollow people. Don't be afraid to unfriend people that are no longer serving you. Don't be afraid to unfollow. Don't be afraid to block. Don't be afraid, even on WhatsApp groups. On those WhatsApp groups, I'm not one person in particular who loves groups. I don't like groups. So don't be afraid to leave groups. You don't need to even tell the people that have created the groups, because a lot of times these people, you know, the group admins, they'll create a group, whether it's a family group or whatever the case may be. They don't tell you that they're going to open up a group. All of a sudden, you are included in some group that you know nothing about. They don't tell you that they've invited you, and then they take offense when you leave the group. Boo, I tell you now, shut that door on feeling guilt that is misplaced, because it is not part of your portion on that day. It is not your duty to be people pleasing, because at the end of the day, it's going to suck the life out of you. Because a lot of these groups anyway, people start groups for a certain thing, and the next thing, people will be chatting and having their own private little conversations inside of a group, and you'll keep on, the phone is pinging all day long. And for what? It's disturbing your peace, but because you're trying to be polite and be liked by people, you continue and you stay in the group. I say shut the door on that, boo. Keep your peace, leave the group quietly. You don't even have to explain yourself, actually. I just leave groups without explaining myself, because it's just, I just don't like groups. I mean, unless it's like a necessary group, like for a school, for my child at school. And I know that, you know, the people that are going to be chatting on the group, they're not going to be having their own little conversation. Sure, by any means. I mean, that's why the tool is there to begin with, to be helpful, you know, to add value to your life. But if it's no longer doing that, I say leave. Don't even feel bad about it. Just the news. Keeping up with current affairs is important, but it's not the most important thing that you can do with yourself when you wake up. The first thing in the morning, if you consume what happens in the world, if you are sucked in by what is happening, what is trending, what is the latest gossip on politicians, or what life is spiraling, whose life is spiraling out of control, something has got nothing to do with you. The news, there is nothing ever positive being reported in the news, and certainly you should not be consuming this first thing in the morning. There is so much depression in the news. You know, you open up the newspaper or you open up a news app, and there's a 6-month-old little baby that's just been raped. There's a grandmother or granny that was killed, or a whole family of 8 got shot at, got murdered or got stabbed. It's very depressing. It is certainly not something that you want to consume first thing in the morning. So why not leave the news for later on in the day, or even don't even read the news. I mean, I don't even read the news. I've removed all my news apps out of my phone, because all they do is depress me. There's nothing ever positive being reported. I mean, waking up every morning and making sure that you find out, like, there's so many deaths happening right now. I mean, what are you going to do about it? Like, if it's not affecting you personally, if it's got nothing to do with you personally in your home, why must you stress yourself? Because all it does, you'll get the stats of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people have died of COVID today. Every time you're rehashing all this negativity, it is something that you are busy filing in your mind all day long. So you're going to be waking up feeling depressed already. Like, as soon as you wake up, you're absorbing all this negativity. You're absorbing all this negative energy. So your day, expect anything to that in that day, because you were not intentional about bringing positive vibes to you. Wake up and read something positive. Wake up and listen to something positive. Listen to music. Listen to your favorite music. Listen to worship music. Do something fantastic in the morning. It's so important what you consume. It's so important what you put in your mind first thing in the morning. Then reading the news to me is the last thing that I'll do. I don't even read the news. Like I said, I hear them from my husband, because he's one of those people that wakes up every morning as sure as the sun will rise tomorrow. He wakes up, picks up his phone, what's trending on Twitter, what's the breaking news on whoever, and he always upsets himself. You upset your days. It doesn't add any value to your life. Why do it? Why mess up your day? Why ruin a perfectly good morning by reading your news? I say, close that door, boo. It's not worth it. Friends. Oh gosh, we all have that friend who sucks the life out of you on a daily basis, who's toxic. Every time she phones you, every time she talks to you, she is talking about someone, bad-mouthing someone, gossiping. We have that friend who is so emotionally taxing that everything is always about her. She's toxic. Maybe you've been friends with them forever. So now you feel that you don't want to alienate them or ostracize them or anything, but you're not gaining anything out of it. Don't be afraid to unfriend people. Even in real, the older we get, to be honest, the less friends we have. So don't be afraid to unfriend people. Don't be afraid. You don't have to be nasty or anything. You don't even have to tell them that you're unfriending them. Just keep your peace. As soon as somebody is sucking the life out of you, you feel like you're walking on eggshells every time you speak to them, or you speak to this person. They go out of their way to ruin your day. They go out of their way to point out your faults, make you look bad, make you feel bad about yourself, remind you of your past. Always in competition with you, always comparing yourself with you. No matter what you do, there's always something that they have an opinion over your life. You'll buy yourself a new car. They'll start asking you, why don't you rather paint your house or buy yourself a flat instead of buying all these expensive cars? You buy yourself a pair of shoes, or you buy yourself a handbag. They'll ask you, why don't you rather do this with your money? And they always have something to say about you that is negative, that'll remind you of what a loser you are. It's toxic. It's unnecessary. I say keep away from such people. Why sit with a person that is forever opening up her mouth, gossiping about somebody? Because as sure as the sun is going to rise tomorrow, they are also gossiping about you. If you are listening what they are gossiping about other people, you are definitely being gossiped about when you are not around. They talk about you behind your back. Also these lengthy friendships, also sometimes they are a trap. Just because you've been friends with somebody for a long time, you're familiar with them. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean that you have to put up with it if it no longer serves you, right? So I say, shut that door. If it's no longer good for you, if it's no longer serving you, if it's no longer making you feel good about yourself, and you don't feel bouncy or feel excited about seeing your friend, I say keep away from them. Lady Karma. Karma is something that you are hoping will visit your haters, you'll visit all of the people that hurt you. But I'll tell you one thing, focusing on karma and focusing on previous hurts, focusing on people that have moved on out of your life. Maybe a loved one hurt you, or your man left you with a child, or whatever the case may be. And now you're hoping that karma will get that person. The logistics alone of you plotting and planning and visiting that hurt every time, and 24/7 you are hoping that the sky shall slash and fall upon the person that hurt you. It'll suck the life out of you. It is not healthy. You need to let it go. You need to bounce back from things very quickly, because the longer something hurts you, the longer the enemy wins. And the more that you are concentrating on your hurt, you are actually making it grow. Whatever it is that you're watering, whatever it is that you are spending your time on and meditating on, it's like watering a garden. You know, you're watering a plant, it grows. It's the same thing. The more negativity that you are concentrating on, more negativity comes back to you. So whatever it is that you put out there, it comes back to you. That's how karma works, right? So you're dishing out bad, bad comes back to you. So it's the same thing. If somebody does something to you, just let them go. It's like karma, they hold you back, you know, from focusing on your own life, because while you're busy plotting somebody else's downfall, your life is falling apart. You cannot think of things of how you can better improve your life or focus on your life on things that you need to achieve, because you're busy plotting and waiting for something bad to happen to those who have hurt you. I say let it go. Bounce back very quickly. I'm the one person, if you do something to me and or you something to discredit me or badmouth me, I will block you out of from my phone. I will delete your name. I even delete your number so that I don't get tempted one day to even phone you, maybe to call you out on what you did. I just get myself out of that equation. I remove you out of my life. I won't get my panties in the knot trying to get back at you for it. I just, to keep my cool, I remove myself out of the equation. I bounce back very quickly from hurts, because I tell you one thing. If somebody has hurt you, they know that they've hurt you. They know when they're being malicious. And they were intentional about being malicious to you. So by you being hurt, by you showing them that it still hurts you, they are winning. And I don't have time for that. I need to be the winner in any occasion, in every day of my life. I need to end up being the winner. So by me rehashing a hurt and rehashing what people said about me, it is removing me from my daily plans, from my destiny, from all the things that I still need to achieve, because I'm busy focused on getting back at somebody who did something to me. And plotting and scheming will derail you of your own things that you need to do. So stop it. Stop wishing karma upon your enemies and upon your haters, because it'll stifle your own growth. It is not healthy. It's just, yeah, it'll happen. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, also great. I'm not one of those people who, if you are out of my life, I'll still be focusing or going to a page and seeing, gosh, has the sky landed upon so-and-so, because, or is your life spiraling out of control, or hoping that things are not going right for you. Because while I'm busy focused on that, my things are falling apart. So I say, stay away. If somebody hurts you, move right along, boo. Close that door. Even the thoughts, if the thoughts keep on coming back into your head, block them. Think of something else. As soon as I've been hurt by someone, if that thought comes in creeping into my head, immediately I am intentional about thinking about something else, and I will move right along right away. I will even change the subject. If my husband mentions something that somebody did to me, immediately he'll tell you, I will always change the subject and talk about something else, because if I let it in, then it'll start depressing me and I will start thinking about it again. So I'm very intentional about letting things go very quickly, bouncing back very quickly. Yes, I know it's not easy, but you need to, if you need to keep your peace about you, things, because people will hurt you. Not everyone is going to be for you. Not everyone's going to like you. Sometimes you will post things that people are going to be slaughtering you on about on social media. So if you're going to be rehashing all the hurts, rereading all the negative things that have been said about you on social media, as soon as I see even a text, if I'm having a conversation with somebody that starts being rude to me, I don't even read them. Sometimes it'll come and then I'll see already first word negative. I just scroll my phone, archive, delete. I don't even read it, because if I read it, I can't unread it, right? So then it works on my nerves day in and day out. So rather, don't expose yourself to such negativity. Block, boo. Be happy for others. Be happy for others. Celebrate other people's achievements. Celebrate others when they're when they've just bought themselves a new car, a new house. They've just graduated and their children are doing well. Things, they're getting married, they're getting that first house. Good Lord, be happy for people. You know what that does? Positive vibes and, open up doors for more positive vibes to come back to you. So please, jealousy, there's no benefits for jealousy. Being jealous of somebody, of being envious of other people's lives, is a sure way of of inviting misery into your life. Also comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself. You are great. You are a queen all on your own. You can do all things. Also, there's nothing that you cannot achieve once you put your mind to it. So why be jealous? Why look for, why look into other people's life and start comparing your life? Because you are also just as fabulous. You can also do what they do, or you can even outdo them. So don't concentrate so much on, so much is happening in so-and-so's life. Gosh, I'm so happy. Be happy for them, because there's seasons. Seasons change. You get summer, winter, spring, and autumn. Not everything is always gonna go right. No matter how rich you are, no matter how beautiful you are, you will have your off days, you will have your best days. But in all of that, all I'm saying is be happy for others. When they are celebrating, celebrate with them without any reservations, because positivity brings back more positivity, and you become a better person when you are celebrating others. You become a happier person when you are genuinely happy for other people, and it invites more positive towards your own life. You display such confidence when you are happy for others, and it's the opposite when you're jealous and envious. And arrogance is actually the opposite of confidence, because when you are happy, when you've got confidence in yourself and you are a confident person, you genuinely automatically become happy for others, because there's nothing threatening you about that person. You are happy with your life. You are confident that even if things may not be going right now, it is a right now. It doesn't mean now that your life is doomed, right? So totally be happy for others, because it does change you. It does add value to your life. It adds more days even, because you become a happier person. Find your interests, find what your passions are, and start living your passion, because often people that are happy are actually living out their passion. They're living out what God has put them on this earth to live out. So even if you haven't found yours yet, be happy for those that have, because yours is coming. Mind your own business. If it has nothing to do with you, stay away from it. Your friend buys herself an expensive handbag. You feel that they should have spent their money better elsewhere. It's got nothing to do with you. Doesn't matter if they blow their money, their whole entire salary on prostitutes, their whole entire salary on shoes. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Because I'll tell you what, people always say that, oh no, so-and-so should be doing this and that. Meanwhile, their own lives are not perfect. Keep away. The time that you're busy minding other people's business, your own life is falling apart. So I say keep away from things that don't involve you. Keep away from people's conflicts. If a couple is at odds with one another, stay away from it, because they will make peace with one another and you'll be left out in the cold. You will get the beating of your life coming between friends or best friends that are in conflict, and there you are thinking that you're going to be a hero. Stay away from it, boo. You're going to be the one that ends up with stitches. Dealing with creditors, spending sleepless nights worrying and pondering about how I'm going to pay debt, how I'm going to do this, is really a waste of time, and it brings you no peace. It gives you gray hairs. If you can't do anything about it, why worry about it? My thing is, if I can't do anything about it, if I can't fix it, I sleep. I have my peace. I have my peace in the morning. I have my peace at night when I'm about to sleep, because I'm not about to spend any amount of time worrying about a debt that I can't pay. So this is what I do. If I don't have it, I make arrangements with whoever I owe the money to. I will send the emails. I will open the communication lines all the time. If they try to get a hold of me, I don't run around. I don't bury my head in the sand. I deal with it. I make that phone call. I write that email explaining my situation. I have to share this funny story with you guys. This one time, a couple of years ago, I was out of a job, and I owe one of the clothing companies money. And this girl kept on calling me, the call center agent kept on phoning every month. And I kept on telling her that, look, as soon as I have the money, I'll pay you. But at the moment, I am out of a job. So I definitely don't have the money to pay you. So she said, but she started screaming at me. I said, you said that last month already. Can't you borrow the money from someone? And then I said, how am I supposed to pay them back? If I borrow money from someone, they'll expect it back, right? And I just told you, like I told you 3 months ago, like I told you 2 months ago, that I cannot pay because I'm unemployed. So how do you expect me to borrow money from somebody knowing full well that I won't be able to pay them because I'm still unemployed? Because she says to me, but I mean, there has to be somebody who can help. And then I said, well, they're helping, yes, they're helping for unnecessary things, you know, like food, like rent, like paying for my child school life, for paying towards school fees and buying food and electricity. All of those things, you know, they take priority because obviously I'm unemployed, right? I'm not going to be spending my last UIF money paying for clothing accounts. I mean, that's the last thing on my mind. And the next thing, she started screaming it to me again and said, I mean, no, but you should do something about it. I said, I'm doing something about it. I'm taking care of my business. But like I said, I will come back to you guys when I'm employed. And so when she said to me that I must borrow the money from anybody, then I said, okay, fine. Seeing that you've got all the answers, why not borrow the money from you? You borrow me the money, seeing that, I mean, people must trust me even though I am not working. So you might as well just borrow me the money then, seeing that, you know, it's affecting you so much to a point where you are screaming at me like this. And she started saying like, no, but I don't know you from anywhere. And then I said, look, you don't know me, but yet you're telling me how I should conduct my life. You're telling me that I should borrow the money. So I'm asking you, lady, over the phone, borrow me the money, then I'll look after it. And then I'll pay you when I've got money to pay the debt. And then she started cracking up. We started cracking up. And I'm not about to let anybody get me down just because they are having a bad day, just because they've got targets of calls that they have to make a day. That is not my problem. I'm dealing with my problems the way I see fit. If you want to be screaming and shouting for a company that you don't even own, screaming at people over the phone about how they need to pay their debts, that's your own indaba, that's your own problem. It's got nothing to do with me. I will keep my peace. I will tell you when I will pay. If I can't pay, I can pay. If I can pay, definitely I will pay. But I will not be spending any amount of time pondering and worrying about something I can do nothing about. So, sorry, boo. Not my problem. And the last point, I think is number 8. I know I said I've got 7 tips, but here's the 8th one. Laugh. Find something to laugh about each and every day. Make it, be intentional about it. Go to Comedy Central, find a stand-up comedy, find a movie that's funny, but make every day have a laughter in it. Because I'll tell you what, laughter is indeed, it is the best medicine. It's the best medicine ever. It adds days to our lives. You know, it really adds value to each and every one of us. So laugh and believe in miracles. Believe in unicorns. Believe in pots of gold at the end of rainbows. Believe that things will get better, even if things look like they are spiraling out of control all over you. But if you believe in miracles, you never know. There might be a miracle today. There might be a miracle in this particular day, and you never know. So if you keep positive on a daily basis, more positive will come to you. So be the person that you want to attract. Be at peace, and you attract more peace. And thank you again for watching. Thank you for spending this time. I really appreciate it, and I love making these videos. So please do subscribe and do let me know what more of you would like us to discuss. And I will see you at my next video. Cheers for now. Love you lots.